is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of SPJIMR Center for Wisdom in Leadership, or CWL. At CWL, we believe that true leadership transcends tactics and strategy. It is grounded in wisdom, self-awareness, and purpose. Inspired by SPJIMR's mission of value-based growth, our work brings together ancient wisdom traditions from East and side-by-side modern leadership practices. At CWL, we host events, workshops, and conduct courses. The center is also leading various research projects drawing from various wisdom traditions like Vedanta, Yoga, Sikhism, Buddhism, etc. Today we have with us Professor Naval Garg. Dr. Naval Garg is an associate professor at the Department of Management Studies, Netaji Subhash University of Technology. Previously, he was associated with Delhi Technological University and Oriental Insurance Company Limited. He is a prominent researcher and features in world's 2% researcher as per Stanford University list. His research areas include workplace spirituality, gratitude, skill development, and Indian knowledge system. He has around 80 Scopus Index articles with H index of 26. He has published research articles in leading journals such as Asian Journal of Social Psychology, Asian Journal of Psychiatry, International Journal of Organizational Analysis, International Journal of Conflict Management, South Asian Journal of Human Resources, Journal of Organizational Change Management, etc. With this, I request Professor Naval Garg, sir, to now deliver his presentation. Over to you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. So let me present it first. So I think it is visible.
Okay. Yes, it is visible.
Okay, welcome to all. So the topic, essential topic is Kritagyata, which means in English it is gratitude. But I have purposely chosen the word Kritagyata over here, the reason for which we'll be discussing in our presentation. So so I have tried to I have delivered the same presentation or the same topic at various places. The input I got there is it has too much research oriented. So this time I have tried to make it a little bit more practical oriented. Fine. So I will start with a small, very small, I should say exercise. We have seen this particular, glass way back in whenever we were in second standard or third standard. Our teacher used to come up with some same diagram or picture asking us, what do you see? So the same question I have come up with you. What do you see here in this diagram? Can you please answer? Any one of you? No answer is incorrect.
Professor, your slide show is not visible. We can see the slide deck. So
okay. Is it now?
Still we can see the PowerPoint interface, not the slide show. Or if you're trying to project, maybe would you like to share the screen again?
Okay, sure.
And choose the slideshow window there. Yes, now we are able to see the slideshow. Yeah,
Fine.
Thank you.
So this is the picture. We all are very much aware about this picture. So again, I'm repeating the question. What do you see in this picture? Any answer?
Glass half filled with water.
Half glass filled with water. Any other answer?
Water with bubbles.
Waters with bubbles. Yes.
I think the glass is more than half filled.
More than half filled. Fine. So the reason behind this question is why I have chosen Kritagyata over the word gratitude is, see, I'm not claiming, it is my observation that our notion or conceptualization of gratitude. From our, I mean Eastern. Eastern perspective of gratitude or Kritagyata is much wider than that of the Western. From this very diagram, I'm going to give some insight. See, from very young age, when we were in the school, the same diagram, the same picture was shown to us, and our answer was, this is half full of water. If a student says it is half full of water, that student is, supposed to be very optimistic. And if certain student says this is not, it is half empty, that student is labeled as pessimist, isn't it? So, but I have, connected this with the gratitude. I say that I am grateful because I have a glass full of water, half full of water. That is fine. But what about this empty space? Is it real empty? There is air, in this half space. And if I ask you, what is more important, air or water? Naturally, your answer will be what? Air itself, because we can live without water for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. But without air, in 10 seconds, we will be somewhere else, isn't it? So in our life also, what I have observed, we have neglected the more important things in lieu of less important. See, water is important. I agree with it. But what is more important is air. But none of our participant, even in my previous workshops also, none of the participant appreciated this, that the glass is not half empty, rather it contains a more valuable item, which is air. So Indian notion of gratitude says, I am grateful for water as well as grateful for air. And it goes one step ahead also. If I consider it is to be empty, our notion of emptiness is supreme. What we want in our life? Emptiness. Whenever we meditate or whenever we do any charity, whenever we do anything, one of the reason behind our entire activities is to have a feeling of emptiness. So I'm grateful for water, grateful for air, and grateful for a chance of experiencing the emptiness. Then we go one step ahead. What about the glass? Shouldn't I be grateful for this glass also? But because if I don't have the glass, then you know how I'm going to consume the water. Then we go one step ahead. I have water, I have glass, I have emptiness, I have air, that is sufficient. But nowadays, as a scholar of organizational behavior and HR, I'm observing a new type of occupational hazard that is coming in Generation Z, which is lack of water, lack of thirst. They keep on working hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, but they don't consume enough water. And we know that the scarcity of water is the mother of a number of diseases in our body, starting with diabetes, kidney disease, etc. and etc. Why I'm telling you, because in psychology we say 2 plus 2. If I'm hungry, 2 plus 2 is 4 chapati. It is not 4. साइकोलॉजी में सीधा से कहते हैं 2 जमा 2 क्या चपाती, बंदा बोलेगा 4 चपाती, 4 आंसर नहीं मिलेगा. So if I'm observing water over here, it means I have thirst somewhere in my mind. You just imagine, आज आपने मान लीजिए fast रखा, you have a fast today. So from the very moment you left out from your home, and say you cover 1.5 hour or 2 hours to reach your workplace, तो उस 2 घंटे के बीच में you will notice a number of items, eatable items, a number of eatable shops, the shops, canteens as well as restaurants, which you might not have noticed throughout your last 2 years, because you are hungry, so all your senses are searching for the food. So if I am noticing water over here, that means I still have thirst within myself. So there was a survey. I'm unable to recall the exact name of the party who conducted the survey. They conducted survey among Gen Z, inquiring about their intake of water, that how much water they take on the daily basis. So any guesses? कितना आया होगा, कितने ml water या कितने liter water बताया होगा Gen Z के लिए? Any guesses?
1.5 maybe.
5?
1.5.
1.5 liter.
Yeah. Or
432 ml. You will be surprised when it is only 432 ml. जो उन्होंने बताया कि Gen Z is consuming only 432 ml of water per day, and doctor says should be 2 to 3 liters. होता क्यों है? बिकॉज दे कीप ऑन पोस्टपोनिंग द थर्स्ट. अभी प्यास लगी, ठीक है, काम कर रहे हैं, 2 घंटे बाद लेंगे हम पानी. सो दे कीप ऑन पोस्टपोनिंग, एंड स्लोली एंड स्टेडिली आर बॉडी, हमारी बॉडी बड़ी अडेप्टिव है. इट स्टॉप्स डिमांडिंग द वाटर. So I am grateful I have water. I am grateful I have air for the glass, for the emptiness, and for the thirst. Then we may go, there are a number of infinite number of steps. Then we can go ahead. See, I have thirst, but I am able to drink water also, because you will find a number of people who are willing to drink water, but they cannot because their physical health don't allow them. You might have met a number of diabetic people. Their doctor suggests कि प्यास लगे तो एक घूंट से पानी ज्यादा नहीं पीना. So I am grateful because I am able to drink water also. I am willing and I am able to drink. I am able to digest the water. This is the depth. We can keep going. We can go on defining it, and 100 more steps. At least 100 more steps we can go. This is the depth of Indian notion of gratitude. It is not like I should be restricted to what I am observing only. I just give you an example. See, I have this mouse with me. So this particular mouse is being prepared. A number of technology, of course, has been used, but a number of people has contributed. That's why this mouse is with me. Somebody has conceptualized the idea, then somebody worked upon it, somebody invested heavy amount of money, somebody worked upon it. कुछ इंजीनियर, कुछ टेक्नीशियन लगे, वर्कर्स ने काम किया. देन इट वेंट टू wholesaler, then it went to the seller, then मेरी यूनिवर्सिटी ने इसको परचेज करके मुझे दिया. So if I'm disrespecting this particular mouse, aren't I disrespecting the effort of all those people who has put in their hard work to इस माउस को इस फॉर्म में लेके आने के लिए जिन्होंने भी एफर्ट डाले? आई एम disrespecting all those people. So this is the depth of the Indian gratitude, Indian notion of Kritagyata. That's why I have highlighted the word Kritagyata over gratitude here. So again, a very simple exercise for 5 minutes. You might have notebooks with you. So on the very left column, you just write down 5 to 10 items for which you are grateful in your life. Anything, it could be anything. It could be like, I'm grateful to my parents. In the middle column, I request you to write all those things of your life which are part of your life, but you don't want them in your life. Like, I don't want tension in my life, but it is part of my life. You may write over here. And in third column, I request you to write down your wishes. Suppose Brahma ji is in front of you और वो आपसे कह रहे हैं वरदान मांगो, और वो वो भी नहीं कह रहे कि 3 ही वरदान मांगी. You can have infinite number of vardans. ठीक है? So please take 5 minutes. In the leftmost column, the things for which you are grateful in your life. In this middle column, all those things which are part of your life, but you don't want them in your life. And in the third column, please write down your wishes. It could be a big car, you want a bungalow, you want a job, spouse, anything. Let's discuss now. So first column, would you like to tell me what you have written in the first column, the things for which you are grateful in your life?
Okay. Should we share? Yeah.
Please.
So I'm grateful to have a guru in my life.
Great.
And I am very grateful to have a stable life, to my parents, and also I have very good friends. So I have written these 4 things.
Great, great, great. Ajinkya ji, anything else?
Yeah, I have taken a bit macro perspective and I said everything. I'm grateful for everything, and that everything includes my parents, my families, my teachers, gurus. It includes my friends, colleagues, fellow people. It includes environment. It includes failures. It includes success. It includes, and more than that, I feel it includes blessings. And I feel I'm blessed, and that's why. So basically, that one word is everything. I'm grateful for everything.
Great, sir. Great.
Yeah.
Miss Jyoti, anything to add?
My list is also similar. I also wrote everything I'm grateful for. So it's the same. Um, Things that I don't want, like you said, tension. I also thought about sometimes negativity or laziness in terms of my work. And for wishes, I wrote a particular car that I want to buy sometime in future. So yeah.
Fine, fine. So modern psychology called this exercise as gratitude journaling, in which we are supposed to write whatever all the things for which we are grateful in our life. So I conducted this exercise a number of times with students, with practitioners, with people from the corporate world, from with students, with faculty members. So using certain permutation combination, applying statistics. So I ranked, and this is the result for you. Is it moving?
Yes. Oh,
Disappeared now.
screen sharing has stopped.
Yes, yes, yes. The first and foremost thing that we should be grateful is life, isn't it? We have taken it for granted. See, at this particular moment, not even not in lakhs, thousands of people are dying, have died. See, Corona came, it take away lives from thousands of people, but I'm still here. Shouldn't I be grateful for only this life that I am alive? See, now you have column number 2 and column number 3. I am ready to give you whatever you have written in column number 3, but just give me this one thing. Is it fine? So I'm just repeating the same thing, that whatever is more valuable and whatever is more significant, it has already been given to us. So there was a famous English proverb that there is no free lunch. But I have been given a life without costing anything. God has not asked me even a single penny and has given me a life. So in my opinion, the most significant thing has been given to me without any cost. I don't know about you. Maybe God God might have asked you something, but from me he hasn't taken even a single penny. Second thing that we should be grateful is for human life. See, there is life all around us in the form of, plants, in the form of animal. I could have been given a birth in the form of a bird, moving here and there, maybe in the form of a dog, begging for food, moving here and there for food only. But I have been given a life, that too of human life. And the beauty of human life is like, see, in Hinduism, especially, we call that we have 16 level of pranas, 16 different level of pranas. And as the human being, we are at the ninth level. And the God is, Krishna is at the 16th level. But the beauty is, even the people, even the person at the 15th level need to come at the 9th level to reach the 16th level. So 9th level, the human level is like, what should call it? It is the Choraha type. So in order to reach the pinnacle of life, that is Buddhism, one has to be human being. After human being, there are yakshas, there are other creatures, pitra, there are pitra. But to reach the pinnacle, which is the Buddhism, which is the which is the to get enlightenment, one needs to be a human being. No animal, below 9 level is below 9 is 8 level is animal. No animal can reach the enlightenment, the stage of enlightenment. Even the devta cannot reach the stage of enlightenment. It is the stairs to enlightenment starts with the human life only. It is being given in the Hinduism. That's why it is being said, when Buddha attained the enlightenment, all the devtas, all the angels came to him and they worshipped him. Although at the level of the prana, they were at the higher prana level, their prana level was higher than that of the human being. But again, the enlightened state always, uh, human being is the precursor of the enlightenment state. So I am grateful that I have been given this human life, and that's too without cost. Again, I request you to have a observation that whatever you have written in column number 2 and column number 3, are they more valuable than these 2 points? So slowly and steadily you will cherish that whatever has been given to us, and that's to free of cost, is more valuable than we want. Now let's move to 3. This is sanskara, and we call it mumuksha. Mumuksha is a quest for enlightenment, quest for freedom from the bondage. So since you all are here, it already suggests that Benajit and Ajinkya are already there. They are grateful for the gurus in their life. And guru, they are grateful for the guru. That means they have mumuksha, the quest for enlightenment. So I'm grateful, or we should all be grateful that we have this particular mumuksha. Then sound mind. I used to stay in a district in Ambala. It is a district in Haryana. So I was walking in Delhi, and will go to Ambala on only on the weekend. So I deboarded a bus and used to walk towards my home, which is 500 meter away. So one day I noticed that in a particular home, a lady, 45 to 50-year lady was chained. She was chained to a tree. So I was shocked. How can in 21st century, that's true in a district like Ambala, which is very educated district, how can you change a woman? So I inquired over there. They told me this lady is of unsound mind. She is, mentally retarded. She is of unsound mind. Now, then I asked them that why do you have chained her? They told me that this particular lady has left home 4 times earlier, and she was injured as animal attacked her, and on the 2 particular cases she was the cause of accident. She was she was out of her mind. She ran on the road, and in order to avoid the accident, the vehicle owner applied the brake, and there were 2 major accidents because of her. Then there and at that particular moment, I realized that how grateful I am that the God has given me a perfect mind. We call it in Hindi Vivek. I have been given a power to understand what is right and what is wrong. And again, I am repeating, it is being given to me without any cost. So the metaphor that there is no free lunch, it doesn't make any sense, because the most vital things has been given to us without any cost. See, then I met one of my friend. His wife is suffering from certain psychiatric issue, OCD. She is suffering from OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and it is a special type of OCD in which she is compulsively uh, engaged in one particular thought. Suppose in morning she got up and she got a thought that I should write the numbers of the credit card that she possesses. So throughout the day, she will keep on writing the credit card numbers here and there. So I met my friend. He was so depressed. He himself was of sound mind, but one of his near and dear one, his wife was not of suffering from OCD. So I realized that how grateful I am that none of my near and dear is suffering from such a disease, because my friend told me that okay, the problem of OCD is with my wife, but throughout the day he needs to counsel him. Once in a week they need to go to the psychiatrist as well as psychologist. So how difficult it is for her. She cannot go to any public gathering. And India, public gathering as it is a custom over here. So I'm grateful that I have a sound mind. Moving forward, healthy body. Again, I tell you one incident from my life. Um, once, along with a friend, I need to catch a bus, and it is an Haryana Roadways bus. And the beauty with Haryana Roadways is it never stops at its stand. Either it will stop at 250 meter before the stand or after the stand. The basic reason is they want you to be healthy. You catch the bus through running towards it or against it. So same thing happened the same day. So I ran and catch the bus, and I cried and shouted at my friend, come here, just get into it." And the driver of Haryana Road buses are so great that they don't, bother about whether all the passenger have, boarded the bus. They give you a, time span of 10 seconds. If you are lucky enough, you are in. If you are slightly lazy, you will be out of it. So I shouted at my friend, "You please come in, come in, come in." And he was, slowly moving towards the bus, like, newlywed bride, slowly and steadily coming towards the bus. Luckily, he boarded the bus, and I shouted him, "What was this? This was not expected. You are a young guy." And at that was, he was on 18 years old. I was 21 and he was 18 years at that time. He told me that he was suffering from a disease wherein is one of the spinal cord, it is called L1. It is slightly imbalanced. And because of that particular disc imbalance, he cannot even sleep properly in one particular position. He need to, put up alarm for after 1 hour. That alarm will wake him up for after 1 hour, and he will change his position. Even his parents, they take care of him, that after 1 year, they ensure that after every 1 hour, they make their son change his position. Therein I realized that, see how lucky and how grateful I am that I have been given a complete body without any difficulty, without any deformity. Now, again, I request you to compare these 5 things and whatever you have written in column number 2 and column 3. So you will definitely realize that whatever has been given to us is much more valuable, much more significant, and again, free of cost. Moving forward, financial stability. If I have to read these things, I will give financial stability the rank number 1. Because I have met a number of people. Being a researcher, we keep on talking to people from different people. So once I was talking to a rickshawala. I asked him what are your aspiration for your son? What do you want your son to be? Any guesses? Any answer? Any answer? क्या दिया होगा उन्होंने कि a rickshaw person, a rickshaw puller, what he wants his son to be? IAS?
Yeah,
Doctor?
typically,
Engineer? हाँ जी जिनके जी.
yeah, somebody who is successful financially, successful in
See,
career.
I asked this question from at least 150 to 200 rickshaw puller.
Okay.
None of them has an aspiration that their son should become an IAS officer or an engineer or a doctor or some respectable post. The highest position that they aspired was peon in a government department. The answer of say at least 100 people were like, they should have their own rickshaw. They should be owner of their own rickshaw so that they need not to pay the monthly rent of that rickshaw. Therein I realized that how lucky I am that my parents are financially stable. They could provide me good education. I need not to think about food, that whether I'm going to get food at night or not. But there are thousands, lakhs of people, especially in India, that they do not have guarantee that they will be getting food thrice a day. I was in Odisha once when I was a kid type. I realized there that uh, the family member used to have only one set of clothes. They will wear that cloth throughout the day, will wash that cloth in the evening, and they will wear it again at other day. So financial stability, a human life without financial stability is, again, I think it is questionable. So shouldn't I be grateful the financial stability for all the finances that I have? I need not to worry about my future, need not to worry about my, kids. Then we are in the one of the noblest profession. We are in the teaching profession, I believe, every one of us. This is one of the noblest profession. Why? Because we are not, our each and every step, whatever we do, is going to directly help our students, is going to, which indirectly will, help country to grow and ultimately world to grow. Then family and friend, you all told us that we are, very grateful for our family and friend. One example I would like to quote, that Corona came in 2021. I was studying, I was going through a study, told me that Eastern people were least affected from Corona in terms of mental health diseases. There was less instances of, loneliness, or say anxiety, depressive symptoms. There were relatively lesser percentages of people in the Eastern sphere than the Western one. The reason is family. Our family system is very intact. See, you will be surprised to know the definition of joint family. The joint family for us is when our uncles, chache, taus is joint family. If I'm staying with my parents, it is not joint family for me, isn't it? However, the other version is joint families when you are staying with your parents. If you and your kids are staying, it is okay. Small kids. It is nuclear family. But in India, nuclear family is parents, their kids, and their kids. It is not considered as joint family in India. So we are so lucky that we are still living in a joint family and we celebrate our festivals together. This is the beauty of India, that we celebrate our festival together. If it is marriage, you will find at least 100 relatives and 400 relatives or relatives. And it will be a grand function going through 4, 5, 6 days. मेरी शादी हुई, मैं ऐसे ऐसे लोगों से मिला जिससे जिंदगी में कभी नहीं मिला था, and they were my close relatives. Then country, we are living in a wonderful country. We have, chances of growth as well as chances of growth, as well as, we have challenges to solve. Just suppose a situation is there that you do not have any challenge to solve. What would you do? Let me tell you a very small story and very interesting story. There was a, fish eater. There was a non-vegetarian person who used to eat fish daily. Let's take he's from West Bengal. It is his habit to take fish on the daily basis. And he used to purchase that fish from a particular shop. One particular shop was there from which he used to take that purchase the fish. And it kept on happening for 5, 6, 7 years. On one particular day, he complained that the fish that he purchased yesterday was not of good quality. Now the shopkeeper was surprised because the yesterday only he has changed his technology. Till yesterday, he used to go on the in a very small boat in the sea on the daily basis and used to come with the fishes. Just yesterday, he has purchased a big ship, and he has uh, catch the fish in a bulk and has stored them. So he realized that the problem is with the fish was stale. It was they were captured one day prior to the sale, and they were kept in the cold storage. So he realized the issue. So next day, what he did, now he has, he has invested, thousands of rupees. Give me a moment. Now, since he has invested thousands of rupees in the new ship, what could be the reason for it? So in India, we have Babas and Panditji to solve our issues. So he went to one of the Babas. He told me, you do one thing. You have a pond at your home. You catch fish once a week and you put all those fishes in the pond. That's okay. Fine. He did it. The same customer came. He purchased the fish and went back. But on the second day, he said that the yesterday's fishes were better than the previous one, but they were not as good as they used to be. Now the shopkeeper was shocked. What happened now? So what the shopkeeper did, he took the customer to his home and asked him to take the fish of his choice from the pond itself. Same he did. He went back to his home again, but he complained the next day. It was better, but not as better as it used to be. Now, can you tell me what could be the reason? Now they were as fresh as they used to be. The reason is the challenge in the life. So again, he went to the Baba. Baba told him, you put a small shark in your home's pond. Shark means challenges in the life. Challenge will bring liveliness to our life, isn't it? You go to a movie theater and see a movie wherein there is a hero, there is a heroine, they keep on dancing happily, and movie ends. Is it a good movie? When there is no villain in our life, when there is no challenge, where there is no up and down, so shouldn't I be grateful for these challenges that my country possesses for me? I say that they are corruption. Good. It gives me a chance to come out of that corruption, to work something against the corruption. There is a pollution in Delhi. Every winter it becomes pollution chamber. But there is an opportunity to work towards something better. Then time. This is the wonderful time, isn't it? If I have been here in 90s, say 1910. I would have been part of dependent India. I would be, if I have to move from Delhi to Mumbai, it would have taken at least 2, 3 days in bullock cart, even, 2 days in the train. And suppose if I am born in 2050 or 2000, say 2090, might be technology might change at that time. It took, say, 2 seconds to reach Bombay from Delhi to Bombay. So I believe we are in the best of the time where we are, having an amalgamation of the tradition as well as future technology. So now let's move towards the second column, the things I don't want in my life. So anything to, discuss? What you have written in your, second column? Anything to say?
Bad health. Like,
You don't want bad health in your life?
yeah.
Fine. Kritika ji,
Just something that I have written.
I think you are on mute.
No, it's just that. No, I'm not on mute. But can you hear me?
Still not audible.
So I'll write it in the chat.
Now audible.
Okay, yeah. So I've written self-sabotage in my second column.
Okay. Mr. David, anything to
I put conflict and pain.
conflict and pain in your life? Fine. So again, I did the similar exercise with hundreds of the participants. See what's come. I don't want toxic people in my life. Isn't it? Toxicity is all around us. It is, maybe within the family, with the neighbors.
Slide.
At workplace, you will always find toxic people. Isn't it? So
Navalji, sorry, but आपकी slides are not visible. We can see again the PowerPoint window.
I don't know what is the issue. Is it visible now, sir?
No, not yet. Yeah, now we can see what are things I don't want in life. Yeah.
Oh, fine.
But you can select from the current slide that will do the slideshow.
So we don't like toxic people in our life. Fine. So I don't know about Mr. David, but rest of you might have, you must have read Ramayana, or if not read, you might have, know about the Ramayana. So my simple question is, who was the villain in Ramayana? Apart from Ravan. Apart from Ravan. Apart from Ravan.
Kumbhakarn was there.
Sorry?
Kumbhakarn.
वो तो सेम पार्टी होगी ना, रामायण
Kaikai?
रावण कुंभ केकई. Fine. See, Kekai is, one of the villain of, considered to be the villain of Ramayana. And the effect is nobody after Kekai named their daughter as Kekai. You will find the people named as Ravana in Sri Lanka. Ravana is worshipped in Sri Lanka. You will find a number of people named Ravana, but you will never find people, any lady named as Kekai or Vibhishan. Nobody named their son as Vibhishan and Kekai. Now there is another version to reflect upon the same situation. See, the Kekai was the most loving mother of the Ram. It is reflected from Ram's behavior itself. When Ram came back from his exile after 14 years, he first met Mata Kekai. Now there is another version to reflect upon this particular incident is that, see, Kekai was so loving mother, so loving mother that हिंदी में वर्ड है कलंक, सुना होगा आपने कलंक. She took kalank of being, I'm short of word now, full of emotions. She was so loving mother that she took all the pain herself. See, if Ram would have been within the Ayodhya, he would have been a great king like his father. He would have never been Lord Ram. Bhagwan Ram, he never would have been Bhagwan Ram if Kekai hasn't forced him to go to the exile. So what I want you to have see the other side of the picture. See, as a teacher, you might be very harsh to your students sometime, but you know the reality. You are harsh because you want your students to do particular things so that they could succeed in their life. Similar was the opinion of the Kekai. She becomes so rude, so harsh, that she become a wicked figure. She become villain for not only for Ram, not only for Ayodhya, for millions of years to come. Even for us, she is villain. But she is a so much loving mother for her son that she converted a Yuvraj Ram, a King Ram, to Lord Ram, Bhagwan Ram. So this is one of the way to look at the toxic people around us. I should be grateful for the toxic people. Reason number one, because of them, I will grow, I will develop. They are like sharks for me. If I'm a fish, they are like shark. They give me life. Secondly, if not, see, every people don't want my well-being. There will be certain people who who want to take me down. So from those people, I learn what not to do. At least what not do. Who will teach me what not to do? So the people, toxic people around me, either they want my well-being through being harsh to me. Secondly, they teach me what not to do, how not to behave. See, in my previous assignment, there was I will not name her. There was a, administrator. She was very rude and very cunning and, very, unsympathetic, very unempathetic towards her colleagues, very unfriendly. So I learned from her how not to behave, isn't it? So, in my opinion, I should be grateful for even for the toxic people. At least they burn themselves to light me, to guide me, what not to do, how not to do. Then toxic environment. I don't want toxic environment in my life, isn't it? Toxic environment, includes maybe incivility at the workplace, not so safe working environment. Even at the work, even at the home, sometimes environment becomes too much toxic. But whenever you realize that you are around the toxic environment, please recall the story of fish and shark. Sharks are essential in our life because only because of shark we can grow. Else life will be monotonous in nature. So shouldn't I be grateful for the toxic people? First, they are leading me to certain growth and development. Secondly, they are letting me know what not to do at their own cost. This is wonderful. They are burning for me to light me. Then challenging and trouble in the life. See, here one thing is very beautiful here. We don't want challenging and trouble in our life, but they will be there. Say, I would say, Banjit has said that he does not want poor physical health. But as life progresses, as one ages, after 40 years, after 50 years, certain diseases will be there, definitely will be there. So what can I do? I can start certain good physical practices from today itself, good food habits, leave out junk food, no alcohol, no cigarette, nothing else, jogging practices. So either I should do, if I want a good future ahead, I should start doing practices from today, or I should be ready for all the trouble. See, rose and thrones, they will come together. You cannot have only heads of a coin. If you want head, you will also have the coin also. So it is not like I only want heads from the coin and you give tail to somebody else. No, if I am, enjoying my life, certain issues should be there and they will be there. So if I am grateful for the good things that God has given me, so why I'm not grateful for the bad things that the same God has given me? Moving forward in, now certain human tendencies, I don't want conflict in my life. I don't like anger in my life. I don't like greed in my life. But believe me, my dear friends, they will be there because we all are human beings. Until and unless I become Buddha, I become Krishna, anger, greed, all these things will be part of my life. I was going through a very, Seligman, you might have heard the name of the Seligman, the father of the modern psychologist. He has written a very wonderful book. Again, I think I'm a fan of Shakespeare, who said, "What is in the name?" That's why I don't remember the names of the books and the people. So, in his one of the famous book he wrote, he wrote a very, appealing two lines: "Luxury to be human being." I was fascinated when I read this line, "Luxury to be human." I just want to, explore what it meant. He said, if I want to cry, I should cry. If I'm angry from my heart, from inside, why should not I express my anger to other? If I'm, greedy, why shouldn't I show that, yes, I am greedy? Luxury to be human being. Why I have to masquerade myself? Why I have to put a, face above my real face to this world? I don't have luxury to be here. Once this Karl Marx have given a very good example, that he said, when receptionist goes to her office, even if her mother is dying, she has to smile in front of the customer. He used the word alienation from the self. I think in the very same sense, Mr. Seligman has used this, luxury to be human being. So if you are angry, if you have a anger issue, not an issue. If I'm greedy, if I'm jealous, if I'm human being, I will be jealousy to my friends. It is quite common. It is quite okay. Until or unless, again, I'm repeating, until or unless I become Buddha or Shiva or Krishna or Jesus, it will be there. It will be there. Definitely it will be there. Now, what should I do? Should I live with this anger? Slowly and steadily, when we started to realize, when we start to become aware about these habits, slowly and steadily they start to get away. So uh, these human tendencies should be there, and if I'm grateful for these human tendencies, anger, greed, slowly and steadily they will start leaving you. Then poor physical mental health, I have discussed. Nobody wants poor mental and physical health. So if you don't want them, start doing meditation, start doing good physical exercise from today onwards. And if no, not an issue. Be ready for these things. Accept them as you have accepted the good mental and physical health. Accept bad also. Then overthinking and procrastination issue. These issues are more prominent with Gen Z. Every student, if you ask students what are the challenges they are facing, 90 students out of the 100 will come with, we are suffering from overthinking and procrastination. Again, I'm repeating, luxury to be human being. If I am a human being, my mind will work. At least, even it is again a human tendency to procrastinate the thing or to overthink about. So if you are a good sadhak, if you are doing your meditation and pranayam regularly, slowly and steadily, this meanings of overthinking and procrastination may go away. But if it is there, it is okay, because we all are in the stage of, we all are a sadhak. The word used is being sadhak. We have not reached the pinnacle of the human life, we are the sadhak. So until, again I'm repeating, until you become Buddha, overthinking and procrastination will be there. So accept them as you have accepted the good in you, that you are hardworking, you have accepted it. You are charming, you have accepted it. Similarly, I'm person with issue of procrastination. That is okay. Now I'm aware of it. I will try to get rid of it. How? It depends on our path, which path we want to follow. Since we are short of time, I think. Okay. So this is the holistic conceptualization of Kritagyata that I tried to develop, after extensively study both Indian as well as, modern literature. I will not call it Western, modern literature based on rationality. So if I look at the modern literature, it basically comes from, it says that the receiver or beneficiary should be grateful to the giver because they have given them something invaluable. But the beauty I find in Indian literature is it says the giver should be more grateful to the beneficiary. It is the benefactor who should be more grateful or thankful to the beneficiary. Now the question arises, why? I am giving something to the beggar. Why I should be grateful to the beggar? My mother bought a photo at my home. It is the picture. It is the picturization of Lord Krishna with Sudama. So you might have seen that picture. In that picture, Sudama, the beggar, was sitting on the Raj Singhasan, and the Krishna, the Lord, was uh, I don't have English word for it. पैर धो रहे थे उनके. So I was astonished by this picture कि भगवान पैर धो रहे हैं and one particular beggar is sitting on the Raj Singhasan. So now, then when I started to explore Kritagyata or gratitude, then I realized that it is the true picture. God is incomplete without the Bhakt. Similarly, I should be grateful for an opportunity given to me to serve the other. God has millions of ways to serve the people, millions of ways to serve the people. If He has selected me to serve few people, I should be grateful for it. That's why it is the giver or the benefactor who should be more grateful for the receiver or the beneficiary. I have a mentor that Devajit or Ajinkya ne kaha ki guru. I'm more grateful. I have a number of gurus in my life. One of my gurus said once कि मदद करने के लिए राम नहीं तो श्याम आएगा ही. It is up to you whether you want to be Ram or Shyam or not. It is not like if you're not helping somebody, nobody is going to help him. Definitely help will come in one way or the other. An opportunity has been given to you to help him or her. If you avail that opportunity, you should be grateful. If not, it is your bad luck. So I find that this is the literature gap in the modern, studies, that hardly, I think 15 days ago, I got an invitation to review a paper in which they were talking about manager's gratitude. I am yet to go through the paper, whether it is in the same sense or not. So I'm, exploring, one of my scholars is exploring how to go about it, how to construct a scale on givers' gratefulness. What could be the various constituents of it? And of course, what are the various enablers? What are the various constituents? What should be the various constituents of benefactors' gratitude? Then modern literature talks about whenever you get certain valuable things, you should be grateful to the giver. But I just discussed with you. If I am getting bad things from the giver, shouldn't I be grateful for those bad things also? Now, modern literature has come up with existential gratitude. Existential gratitude means you are grateful in your challenging time also. It has come. It is in the modern literature wherein they are talking about that you should be grateful in your challenging time also. But whether I should be grateful for the toxic people around me, it is yet to be researched. And what about the unintended part? You have done this, like I got home education loan from Punjab National Bank to pursue my MBA degree. So shouldn't I be grateful for the Punjab National Bank? Although Punjab National Bank took it was his business, it was its business. So shouldn't I be grateful for the people who, in spite of taking profit out of me, has helped me? Just consider a situation. अगर पंजाब नेशनल बैंक उस टाइम मेरी हेल्प नहीं करता तो probably I would not have been able to complete my PG degree and would not have reached where I am today. So although it was their business, but it has certainly helped in my life. So I'm grateful for PNB and the people, the manager there, who has helped me out in that particular situation. So isn't like, I give you a very good example. Say you you board a taxi. You gave the taxi driver 1,000 rupees after you deboarded it. So should you be grateful for the taxi driver because you have paid him? Should be grateful for such people because we have, see, definitely some maid or servant would be coming to your home morning and evening and doing certain household chores for you, and you are paying them. So shouldn't you be grateful for those maids and servants, although you are paying them?
Yes.
Should we be grateful for those people? So I will be discussing in the next two slides why we fail to remain grateful. So one of the reason we remain to feel grateful is monetization. We have monetized everything. If I am paying somebody, I think I should not be grateful because I have paid them. Then again, modern literature, I'm telling about the research gaps. If I'm talking about charity, when to do charity, how to do charity, why to do, how much, and to whom. These 5 questions are yet to be answered in the modern literature. We have answered in the Indian text about, say, how much. Suppose you are earning 100 rupees, how much is to be donated? Any answer? Definitely, if I am grhast, I cannot donate 100 out of 100. If I am sannyasi, I can do. But if I have a family, how much I should be donating? Any rough idea? Okay. Shastra says 7 to 10%. Somewhere in the Shastra, it is written as 7% of your monthly salary. Somewhere it is written 10%. I don't know whether there is some scientific reason behind it, but 7 to 10% seems good enough. For the past 5 to 7 years, I'm doing it, and my expenses are managed, are still manageable. Then it says, to whom? To whom should we do charity? So there is a term, there is a term written as supatra. You might have heard about this term, that you should donate only to the supatra. Supatra is one who is, who is
Yes.
capable enough. So my father is, very orthodox and traditional. Whenever I try to say, even if I want to give 100 rupees or say 10 rupees, suppose we are moving in a train and some beggar came and I offer them 10 rupees, my father will shout at me saying, no, you should give it to the supatra. Might be that this particular person will drink alcohol using your 10 rupees. It is his, genuine concern. And then he gave me this, Sanskrit quotation of that you should donate only to the Supatra person. I was speechless. Yes, he's right. He's telling me right thing. But then I started to explore the Indian literature, because in this modern life, it is so busy. I cannot, search for the Supatra people. Suppose I want to donate 100 rupees. So should I search for a particular person who needs it? I do not have such time to search for the people. So Supatra, this concept of Supatra is basically for the Guru Shishya Parampara. See, the ancient knowledge, this pure knowledge should not be given to people who are not ready for it. So the concept of the Supatra is specifically limited to knowledge, the transmission of knowledge. That's we have. See, you want to hire people for IM, you will have a CAT examination. You want to hire people for civil services, you will IAS exam. You cannot have incapable people over there. But definitely, incapable people can be helped through money. So to whom is whoever is required. So there is, I will share the references. There are particular Indian texts who tell us to whom should we help, how much is done, and which type of charities, should be done. You will be surprised to know the charity done through money is the lowest type of the charity. Charity done, let me repeat it, charity done through the money is the lowest type of the charity. Highest type of charity is, any guesses?
Knowledge.
Yes, knowledge. When you give knowledge to the other, this is the highest type of the charity or the donation you do. Then there are other type of charity you do, cow donation. It is very famous in India. You give cow in donation. Then we have Shramdan. You give your efforts. You give your physical efforts and mental efforts for the welfare of others. Then you can have charity in the form of your time charity. You are spending times, even you are spending time with your child, your children, your kids, your family, your relatives, your friends. It is also a charity, and it is considered to be superior than the charity done through the money. Fine. Once I was sitting with just telling you a story. A person came to a saint, and he was having a bag full of money. He offered that money to that particular saint and said, please mind these lines. I am so poor that I have only this money to offer you. I don't have devotion to offer you. I don't have faith to offer you. I don't have time to offer you. I am so poor that I have only this money to offer. So this is the essence of Kritagyata or gratitude in India. Moving forward, so I have jotted down certain references of gratitude from Indian knowledge system. So you will find everywhere in every text, every epic, you will find references to Kritagyata. Like in Bhavishya Purana, Lord Ram said that truly it is said that what is not given by us will not be enjoyed as in the future. Very clearly, Lord Rama, Bhagwan Rama has said whatever. Even in although I haven't gone through the Bible, I heard that Jesus once said those who have will be given more, and those who don't have, whatever they have will be taken from them. The essence is Kritagyata, gratitude. If I am grateful for whatever I have, definitely I will enjoy and cherish the beauty of the life. And if I don't have gratitude or the Kritagyata with me, whatever I have, I will keep on creeping. Yeah, I don't have this, I don't have this. My entire perception, my entire thinking will be towards what I don't have. Again, in different types of Quran, one says that three virtues, three essential human virtues, one should be charity and compassion. Then whatever, see, as a student of gratitude or Kritagyata, now whatever Indian concept I study, I find gratitude as the very basic foundation stone. Like we have three types of yoga in Bhagavad Gita: Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. Can you imagine the path of devotion without being grateful to the God? Can you conceive a situation where you are a karma yogi and you are not grateful? Just tell you a very small story of Swami Vivekananda's life. He was going somewhere and his temple was being, constructed over there. So he asked one of the laborers, what are you doing? He said, I'm so poor. Don't you see? I'm just, toying with the stones. हिंदी में कहें तो पत्थर में सिर मार रहा हूँ. Then he went to the second laborer. He asked you, what are you doing? He said, I am earning my bread and butter from this. Then he went to the third laborer. He asked him, what are you doing? He said, I am so grateful that I have been given it's a work to, put certain efforts in the construction of a temple. I am so grateful in my life. So the third person was a karma yogi. He was not, he was not concerned about his performance, but he was grateful for whatever he or he was doing. So for me, even for to be a karma yogi, one need to be grateful for whatever he or she is doing. Again, in Gyan Yoga, again, I perceive the Gyan Yogi is not, feasible without being grateful for whatever we have. Then we have four Purushartha, Dharma, Arth, Kam, Moksha. So, being a student solved my one of the greatest puzzle. It is being said the earth means money. If in very, layman language, earth means money. Money will bring each and everything. So how much money should I earn 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs per month, 4 lakh per month. I need to put a break. तो कितने पे break लगाएं? So I was confused with this question. So slowly and steadily, when I started to read gratitude, I realized that it is not about the amount. It is about the gratefulness. If I am grateful, if I am contented, if I am satisfied with even 10,000, it is okay. And if I am grateful for 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, it doesn't mean it is not against materialism. It doesn't say you go to jungle, you go to forest and leave everything at, not. That's why we have 4 ashrams in India. We have, Grahast ashram is also very impeccable part of human life. It says materialism is part of life. That's why, there was a question in my mind. Why these all Indian saints? Why all Hindu lords were kings? Even Buddha was a king, son of king. All the 24 Tirthankars of Jains were from the king family. So it symbolizes something that in India, we are not against the materialism. It is like whatever I have, I should be grateful for it. It is not about that I should put a break after getting a good job for 2 lakh, 4 lakh, 6 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 big house, 2 big house. Nobody stops you from having 10 big house. It is ultimately, it is gratefulness. If I am grateful for whatever I have, I need not to put any break. If I am not grateful, whatever amount is being given to me, it is useless for me. Again, moksha is liberation is, impossible without being grateful for what we have. Then we have a very, what to say, revolutionary concept of Rnas or pious obligation in India. It is being suggested that every Indian should, within his or her lifetime, is, is obligated by a few people. Like first rin is from the parents. That as a son or as a daughter, I need to do something for my parents. So although in literature it uses the word rin or obligation, but in the true sense, it depicts that I should be grateful to my parents, like Rishi. Rishi is gurus. It is not only guru plus the knowledge, whatever the knowledge, whether it is ancient knowledge or the modern knowledge. So I should be grateful to the Newton for the Newton's law, isn't it? So all the rishis for the Dev is simply God and the godly like people around us. Manushya is fellow human being. Shouldn't I be grateful for the fellow? See, I cannot, have my food without the help of my, fellow human being. I cannot have clothes at my own. I cannot have, everything at my own. So I should be grateful for all those people. So in Indian tradition, it is being said that it is an obligation for you to be grateful to these people. That's why you will be surprised, surprised to know that we worship each and every animal. You name it, and we have, certain festival to honor them. Even we, snakes. We worship snakes and we have a particular festival like Nag Panchami to honor them. Crow, whenever we have to offer something to our ancestors, we search for the crows. So crows are very holy creature for us. Even we are so grateful that we worship God in the form of the stones. One of the my friend was living in Canada. He once visited me, and he there are stones shivling in the form of the stone at my home. He shouted at me, "You are so, you're so educated, and you don't know that you are worshipping stone." I said, "It is stone for you, but it is God for me. My body is made up of five, body is made up of 5 particular elements, and soil is one of it. So I'm not honoring. If you take away the Shiva concept of from the Shivling, I'm honoring the soil. I'm honoring the Panch Mahabhut. I'm honoring myself. Why shouldn't be I'm grateful for water? I'm grateful for air. So shouldn't I be grateful for soil also? Then he realized that it is not like don't go by the uh, simple practices or virtues. You go by what is the meaning behind it. Why we worship? We have a festival wherein we worship our tools, Vishkarma Day. We worship our tools. See, in this picture, I have show you, we worship the trees. In every Hindu home, you will find a tulsi tree. Why tulsi tree? Because we know that the plant tulsi gives the maximum amount of the oxygen. So to honor their contribution to human life, we have start worshiping them. So I find that each and every aspect of Indian life each and every action and reaction of Indian life has come from the basic concept of gratitude. See, in the human style, from the very first thing we do, when we get up in the morning, we touch the Mother Earth and we offer the prayer in the Sanskrit, Kragre Vaste Lakshmi Karmadde Saraswati. Why? Because we want to honor the earth. It is not a, uh, then we have morning mantra. We touch the feet of the elder. It is not because of their experience, because we have gratitude towards them. Then we offer Surya Namaskar. Then the same Canadian friend asked me, what are you doing? These are the simple postures. What is the benefit of doing them in the morning in front of sun? I told him that there is no benefit. If you ask me directly, physiological or emotional benefit for doing it in front of sun, those 12 specific exercises, but it is a tradition. It is a tradition to honor the invaluable contribution of sun to the human life. Then we have temple. Temples are not for worship for me. They are to express my gratitude for all fellow human beings, for the Almighty, for this universal consciousness. Then we have Bhojan Mantra that we recite prior to, eating something. Charity, I have discussed it with you. In Indian ritual, fine, we are short of time, so I will take you to one of the important slide that I want to discuss. That is why we fail to remain grateful. This is the most important thing. Firstly, monetization of everything, as I discussed with you. If I pay money, I think I should not be grateful because I have paid the amount. This is not true, dear friends. Even if you paid even if we pay the financial amount, we should be grateful for all our fellow human beings for their invaluable services for us. Then our demands are endless. Once I acquire something, I take it for granted and I forget to remain grateful for it. Suppose I wanted to be an associate professor from assistant professor. So as soon as I get this position, associate professor, 2, 3, 4 months down the line, I will take it for granted and will not remain grateful for this particular position. Similarly, suppose you want to buy a car. As soon as you buy a car, you don't remain grateful for that particular car. So our needs are endless. I tell you a very small story. Uh, there was a beggar in front of, in front of a palace of a king. He told the king that give me something, you just fill this my bowl, beggar bowl, but I have only one condition, that you need to fill it completely. It is not like you fill it half. King said, it is very okay, you have a very small bowl. Instead of grain, I will fill it with the diamonds. So king ordered his, uh, so they kept on doing, putting diamonds in it. But again, as many as diamond they put in, it becomes empty. So after few hours, king was in the feet of that beggar. King asked him, what is this miracle? The beggar said, it is not a miracle. This beggar bowl is made up of human skull. And human skull, it is unending desire. So one of the reason because of which we remain ungrateful is our unending desires. As soon as one desire is fulfilled, it is taken for granted and we remain ungrateful, unsatisfied, uncontented through our life. And last thing is distrust in God's plan. Somewhere down the line, when things don't happen as per our plan, we become ungrateful. We start cursing God. Arey, ye kya kar diya? It should not be done like this. It should not be done like this. I personally feel that God is more intelligent than me. So, and in India, we believe that everything happens with with his permission. So if he is doing something for me, it might be, bad. If I may feel unsatisfied or I may feel bad in short term, but in long term, definitely it is going to help me. That's why whenever challenge come in my life, I do have ups and downs. Whenever down comes in my life, I realize it that whether you are trusting the God's plans or you are trusting your own plans, definitely answer is you must trust God plans. And I become grateful for even the challenging and downs in my life. So there are other reasons also, since we are short of time. How to remain grateful? There are number of gratitude journaling is there. Practice gratitude in routine activities. I was going through a novel, again, suffering from Shakespeare thing. I don't recall the name, again, of book as well as the author, but he told a very beautiful thing. See, he referred that in his life, he never disrespected any non-living thing. If he is having mobile, he will put this mobile like he is putting his child to the, he takes care of his, if he has to open the window, he will open the window in very subtle and very fine way that he is taking, he is hugging his wife. So that's the expression of gratitude. He is not praying, he is not meditating, he is not taking gratitude breath, but whatever he is doing in his life, he is doing it with the gratitude. Then we have gratitude breath. Gratitude breath is very simple. You inhale the breath as deep as you can, and you exhale it as slowly as you can, expressing your gratitude towards the breath. Then we have gratitude meditation. Time is short, else we would have practiced it. It is very simple. You close your eyes and you remember that you are a very small child, 5 year, 6-year-old child, and you see that your mother is doing a lot for you, your father is doing a lot for you, you are playing with your sibling. Express your gratitude towards them. Then you become 10 years old, you express your gratitude towards your parents, toward your teachers, towards your guru, towards your friends. Slowly and steadily, you become 15 years, 20 years, and to your present age. Then introspection is very important. Yes, introspection is very important. Please try to introspect all the challenges of your life, of your past challenges of your life. You will realize that every challenge of your life has given you something. At least it has given you the strength. Then last is gratitude letter. This is a very fantastic exercise. I request you to go do it, in which you write a gratitude letter to somebody you want to express you want to express your thankfulness, your true feeling through this letter. And second exercise is you go to that particular person and hand over this particular letter to that particular thing. See, this is very difficult exercise in India, especially if you want to express your gratitude towards your family members, especially your father and mother. I did it. I wrote gratitude letter for my father and handed over to it. Banajit will realize the answer of my father. क्या हो सकता है बनजीत जी? Answer of my father. पी के आया है क्या? Have you drunk? Are you drunk today? Because in India, public display of affection, or even in the family, we don't say "I love you" to each other. Even if I want to say "I love you" to my wife, I would do it in in a room, not in front of everybody. So in India, gratitude letters are a bit difficult if you are doing it with your family members. To others, we can do, but it is a very wonderful exercise. Believe me, you do it. It is a very wonderful exercise. So thank you very much. You have given me 1.5 hours. Anything to discuss? Anything to share?
Yeah. David, sir, yeah.
Yeah, there's you made me think about a lot of kind of universal concepts that exist around different wisdom traditions, and so in virtue ethics in the Greek tradition, rather than talk about gratitude, they talk about generosity, but it's it talks about the same dynamics. And also, a lot of what you said was very, very similar to the Stoic philosophers who were contemporaries of Aristotle as well. Yeah, so it's just fascinating that these deep, very profound insights have emerged in almost every part of the world. So it's reassuring to think that that there can be some unity of perspective about these deep and profound, wise insights about the nature of life and reality. So, yeah, so it's not a question, it's just a comment, really.
Sure. Thank you.
And I actually once wrote a journal article about knowledge and generosity, and the fact that knowledge is completely dependent on generosity to do its work.
Yes.
I'm also feeling really grateful that I could attend this presentation, and I could connect to many of the things which you were sharing, starting from the simple exercise, how smoothly you move to other things which are which has changed the perspective of how we see even the challenges and a lot of things. So I really liked it, and I'm really inspired to do research in Indian knowledge system. Currently, I'm doing research on workplace spirituality as my thesis topic. So, but I have not picked up actually on Indian knowledge system, which I found out after joining here later during my PhD phase.
So there is a scale of spiritual climate done by Professor Pandeyji.
Yes.
So you can use that scale. It has Indian construct of workplace spirituality.
Yes. So yeah, I'm looking forward in future researches. Definitely, I would like to incorporate those things. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, and one of the really interesting things to think about is the positive psychology literature, which is the modern Seligman-inspired way of thinking about psychology. Nearly all of the ideas that Seligman developed were either he kind of stole them from the Vedic traditions or from the Stoics. So the idea of journaling, the Stoic philosophers did that, 2,500 years ago. So be really interesting too. And one of the things that kind of annoys me about the positive psychology literature is that they almost never acknowledge where their insights about human nature came from and where their insights about the deepest levels of human psychology actually come from. And so it would be really, really a fascinating study to trace those ideas that the positive psychologists use back to their real origins, and to of course, one of the things that modern psychology does is try to be values free, and it's kind of like a contradiction in terms. If knowledge is entirely dependent on gratitude and generosity, then it's entirely dependent on values.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you once again for taking your time to deliver this presentation. Today, I don't know, somehow the number of participants were a little less than other days. I don't know why
Not
so.
an issue.
But yeah, but I think it came to the Supatras. Only the Vorti could attend, actually.
It's the winter solstice.
Yeah.
Chaliye, theek hai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.